My name is Aram from dot's. Thank you for having me. Let's introduce dot's. So we were established in April 2015. Since then, we were invested $5.5 million US dollar. Also, we get a B Corp, and now we have 20 full-time members. So, of course, you may heard just 10 minutes ago, there are 285 million visually impaired people all over the world. So, of them, only 10% know how to read Braille. So Braille illiteracy is so harsh. So we'd like to change this number. This one is Braille version of the Bible. Teeny tiny Bible turned to 22 books. Translation into Braille. Do you want to carry this one to go to the church? No, I don't. And this one is the current assistive technology device, which is bulky, expensive, 4 to 7,000 US dollar and 2-3 kilogram for posters figures. And this is the picture that visually impaired students learn maths and English as well. So there are a lot of information gap, and we want to end this with all through this our own technology. Let's see the short video of how it works. With the funding from the private sector and public sectors, we built our own factory in Korea, in Incheon. So this is the tiny cell. That's the core technology that we have. So globally, we earn 122 patents so far. In Korea, it's 70 patents. So we are a hardware startup. And of course, with this, the software, hardware, and let's introduce our next product. Yes, before explaining the dot watch, this is the conventional technology which came from German and Japan, and this is our technology. And the most important thing is the price. It's 10 times smaller, lighter, cheaper. That one is 40 US dollar, and dot's technology is 4 US dollars. That's how we became creativity. So this is the value proposition that we have. First, we can start with very small cell. And second, with dot watch, which I wear right now. It's a smartwatch, like an Apple Watch for the blind. And it's came out this June, and we already launched Amazon. And our next device is dot mini, the low-cost module for the blind people, especially for a developing country. And next one, we developing the second generation actuator, so that's why we are looking for Series B, and it will finalize before this December. And that one is .pad and .public. Let me tell you more about the publics. This is the whole change. This can change the industry and could be the game changers in the future generations. So this is the dot watch. As I said, it's the Apple Watch. You can receive KakaoTalk message, Facebook message, and you can receive call, reject call as well. There are 4 cells here, so all kind of notifications you can receive on your smartphone, in your smartphone. So that's a lot of beta tester that we have, and I'd like to share one story that we received the email. Hi there, my daughter received her dot watch yesterday. She's over the moon with it. She has already figured out most of the app and has interfaced it with her phone and received message by SMS and WhatsApp notification. Thank you so much for the rush order to make it in time for her birthday. From Donavin and Robin Waters. So this is a lot of comment that we receive day in, day out. So we think that this one is like a marathon, it's not a sprint. So we would like to make this, we would like to realize this value and keep going on our missions. And that was the dot minis, Kindle for the blind. For you to help, I'm gonna prepare a small video. It's a 2-minute video, and we get a
My name is John Sao. I'm a teacher of visually impaired, just like myself. One of the biggest challenges which we face is lack of content. Sometimes we feel so much discouraged because it is very difficult to get textbooks, magazines, and any other literature in Braille.
While we're all used to having access to almost any content, it's much harder for the 285 million blind and visually impaired people. Only 3% of all text content is available in Braille because translation is complex, which makes it not profitable for publishers. After launching Dot Smartwatch for mobile communication, we're now opening up a whole new world with Dot Mini, the first smart media device for the visually impaired. It can access any digital text from any source or medium. Because the innovative Dot translation engine uses AI to understand context and translate efficiently to Braille. Dot Mini allows reading and listening in synergy for even better perception. It comes with intuitive control elements and various interfaces for a growing range of applications, all for just a third of the price of conventional devices.
We can download books instantly and we can read it instead of getting converted. Songs also we can listen. Even the lyrics will be displayed.
Dot Mini is very comfortable, easy to carry, and it makes faster for her to read.
You can store and carry more than 10,000 books.
Oh my God.
Now, you'll access all the materials in one package.
More and more big content platforms are making their libraries directly available, giving everybody the chance to discover whatever they want.
Dot Mini helps me to learn everything myself, and self-learning gives us a satisfaction.
Yes, so that's why I spent like half of the year in Kenya, Nairobi, and I'm gonna go to Nairobi and Mumbai starting from next week till December. Is prepare another beta test and making an MOU with Safaricom. As you may know, it's the world first, one of the most popular telecom company in East Africa, and also MOU with a lot of blind and visually impaired school to do the beta test. So this whole project is supported by COICA. It's a CTS, Creative Technology Solution Programs. We are started 2015, and now that mini will come out next March. So this one is ThoughtPad. It will come out 2020. That's one of the game changer device. So this is not only the horizontal line, it's a vertical line, which means multi-layer device. So visually impaired people feel the map and pictures and all kind of the graphic in their fingertips. So this can change the way they educate it, the way they learn. So we cannot change this generation, but we can change our next generations. That pads, it's for creativity and entertainment. And this one is the dot public. Let me show you this. So with our core technology, if they put into the public public infrastructures, they can input all kind of information, which is IoT versions. So that's the for smart city that we are looking for. Smart city for all. That's our big missions. So there are like 1,200 billion US dollar by 2020 for the smart city project. So we'd like to make a smart city, not just for some people, but for all people. Inclusivity, that's the key. If the dots sell into the vending machine, transportation, retail markets, and ATM, so it could be a game changer for the next generation. That's why we started. So convenient transportation for all, not just for like visually impaired, but for the disability, thanks to Total Walks, or Olive Union, thanks for the like hearing impaired. So we'd like to make the smart city for this. This is kind of a scenario. With the dot watch, they can receive the sign by a beacon or by Bluetooth, and they can move around in some sectors like metro and the bus stations, so it can give them free. As you may know, it's SDG goal, and one of the goal is the number 10, reduce inequality, and number 11, sustainable city and community. So this is the time for smart city and time for the people for all SDG goal. So that's 20 to 30 Seoul city goal. That's our mission. And if you come from the government sectors, and please feel free to let me know that I can explain more after this presentations. When you walk down the streets and you have a smartphone, and if you are going to take a flight, and the smartphone get a signal using the robot, and they can access every kind of a public transportation. This is the scenario that we have. As I said, it's not only for the visually impaired, also hearing impaired. They can see sign language, braille, and this is for the senior as well. So let me read this contents. In large letter for low vision and elderly, sign language for the deaf, multiple language for foreigners, real-time braille information for the blind, emergency help button for anyone. That's the order for this. And this one is very small reference that we have. In Pyeongchang Olympic, we make a kiosk for the visually impaired and hearing impaired. And that's one of our projects for Shinkansen in Japan. And Dubai Police would like to make a kiosk for them. This is just a small step, but if we get, then it could make a bigger impact. Yes, so how we make all this? We are 20 full-time members, and you can find me here. And the CEO, he made a startup when he was 2016. When he was 226, and I work in accelerator company, especially for hardware fields. And at the moment the company established a company, I joined this company. He said that is lucky, so join it. So I joined it. We'll see. We don't know whether they are lucky or not. So you can see there are a lot of senior members as well. So senior member, they are expertise in hardware and firmware fields, and like a junior, I am. So we're making a marketing and like creativity and make a brand recognition, all kind of things. So this is the member that we have. Those small and humble, we could make an impact in the society. So yes, making the world accessible, that by that. Thank you very much.
Maybe the explanation was so comprehensive, so maybe no question. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.